Malopkin, welcome, my name is Short, and today I have three important announcements to make. First of all, I would like to thank you for supporting the channel. This family has been growing up, and now there are around 500 participants, or the audience has become bigger, and that's important for me because I really like this project, and this channel is a very important project for me. Secondly, the today is November the 19th, so you might be wondering why that's so important, right? So first of all, there are two important events that have to do with November the 19th. First of all, the November the 19th was the day when I defended my dissertation, and my thesis had to do with Yucatec Maya. It was a research made in Merida, Yucatan, and I realized, thanks to this research, that Yucatec Maya is a very important language in the peninsula, and many people are proud of it. They have a very good attitude, positive attitude towards the language, and I think that's a very important attitude for all. I mean, we all should have, or all languages should be treated equally, and all languages should be part of culture, and proud of people. I mean, pride, better said. I mean, people should be proud of their own language, of the first language, and they should never disappear. I think all languages should coexist because every language shares not only cultural and historical background, but also it's an example of the way people think. So it's a very interesting reflection, so to call it. That's the way you can get to know the way people think through the language. That's one of the factors. And I will tell you eventually what the thesis was about, but basically it had to do with linguistic landscape, which is a sociolinguistic area, to call it. And the presence of Yucatec Maya is very strong in the peninsula, at least in Merida, Yucatan, where I did the research. But that was an important day. And actually, before the pandemic took place, and so things were different back then. Now, the second thing, and actually that's the biggest and the most important reason why I'm making this video, is because on November the 19th, Dr. Yuri Knozorov, who is from Russia, deciphered or cracked the Maya writing, the one you can find in many archaeological zones. And thanks to him, a lot of research in Yucatec Maya has been taking place. So Dr. Yuri Knozorov actually inspired me to learn a little bit Russian, because he's from Russia, and his contribution took a very important place for the Maya language, and the Maya culture, and the Maya research in general works. As I actually knew about that, I also found out that back then, after he discovered or he found out a way to decipher the Maya writing, he was invited to Guatemala and Mexico, and he was very excited because he had a chance to get to know the culture, the Maya culture, and he was very excited and satisfied with his work. Many people at the beginning were against him because they were like, no, you're not going to make it because this is a very difficult language. It's just totally different, and you probably will have to live in Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, or Honduras, or any place where a Maya language is spoken in order to understand the writing. And he said something like, if humans, or if this writing was written by humans, any human being is able to or should be able to decipher or crack this writing. So this writing does not come from any other planet. And he was right. Actually, he was right. And thanks to him, Spasiba Balshoi, Dr. Yuri Knozorov, he was able to decipher the Maya writing. And thanks to his contribution, a lot of research has been made. And back then, one of his PhD students, Dr. Galina Ershova, continued working on that, and what she has also contributed a lot towards the Maya studies. And a while ago, she just wrote this book where you can actually find his I mean, you can actually find about him if you want to know much more about him. And it's not a short book, as you can see. It's a large book, and she actually collected a lot of information. I think, if I'm not mistaken, in one interview she said like around that she worked like on the book for like around 20 years, something like that, around 20 years. And well, that's just wonderful. As far as I know, the book is written or was written in Spanish, published in Spanish and Russia. I'm not quite sure whether there is an English version, but a lot of very interesting details were shared in this book. And I also would like to thank Dr. Galina Ershova, Spasiba Balshoi, for contributing with such a beautiful piece of art. And well, thanks to those two important people, researchers and linguists, I was interested in learning a little bit of Russian because part of their research has been published in Russian. So it's just it's important to me. I mean, November the 19th is an important date because, as I told you, Yuri Knozorov was born on that day. And well, they have both contributed too much towards Maya research. Nowadays, well, a lot of universities in many other countries have also worked with Yucatec Maya, such as Germany, France, Japan. I mean, and there is actually a Maya Congress that used to take place, if I'm not mistaken, every year. But now, due to the pandemic, I'm not quite sure whether it's taking place or it's going to be taking place every year. However, a lot of contributions have been made toward this language, and I think all languages should receive the same treatment. I mean, the same treatment. I think they all are important. And well, just once again, regarding my audience, regarding my family, thanks a lot for being part of this channel. And Dr. Yuri Knozorov and Dr. Galina Ershova, Spasiba Balshoi, for contributing with such amazing projects and works and a lot of research. Because thanks to you, well, this language has received too much. And I think that all languages should receive the same treatment. Well, that's all I have for you today. Thank you very much for your time. Don't forget to subscribe and to leave a comment. I'll be very glad to read your comments. If you have any questions or comments, well, I'll be glad to read you. And I'll see you in the next episode. Kanan Taba.